soon tell you your friends, follow and ride the 2 years of Tiger broadcast night, thanks to Gary King of Ames. Under the field direction of drum major Davey White, William Goldstrom, and Kurt Hansen, please welcome the 2025 Gilbert
Test, 1, 2, 1, 2.
Varsity Marching Band. This year's edition of the band numbers 117 members, including 11 members or alternates of this year's Iowa All-State Band and Choir. The band opens tonight's pregame show with a hit from 1982 by the rock band Survivor, Here's Eye of the Tiger. And now we show sportsmanship and goodwill between our two schools. The Gilbert High School Band will perform the Lewis Central High School Fight Song. And now, ladies and gentlemen, if you would please rise and remove your caps for the playing of tonight's national anthem. The colors will be raised by Gilbert Scout Troop 157. Now the please remain on your feet. You're playing Gilbert High School fight song. Let's have here we go. Just a reminder, as always, at the concession stand, we have DQ Wizard for $6. If you want to free some more, try to challenge yourself, bring it to the center. There's Oreo, peanut butter cup, cookie dough, and M&M. We also have Quick Start pizza slices for $4, cheese, sausage, and pepperoni. And of course, they have hot chocolate, cappuccino, and coffee in the stand as well to warm you up.
Welcome to the Tiger Stadium, where the second season in a row, the Gilbert Tigers find themselves in postseason action, as tonight the 9-0 Tigers host the Lewis Central Titans, who come in tonight's matchup 5-4 on the year. This is the first ever matchup between the two schools. However, there has been some crossover opponents this fall. Both the Tigers and the Titans defeated Carroll and Boone. However, Lewis Central fell to North Polk earlier this year, while the Tigers defeated the Comets 49-18 last Friday night to claim their second district title and first ever undefeated regular season inside Tiger Stadium. But throw the season out with the bathwater. It's playoff time, and anything can happen. It's a crisp October night here in Tiger Stadium, and the lights are shining bright for postseason football. Joining me in the booth tonight for the round of 16 is Chris Corenz. Chris, when you look at these two teams, when you look at these two teams, what are your keys for tonight's game?
Well, tonight, first of all, Carmen, thanks for having me, and we are going to see a physical football game. Both of these teams are running teams, and that's what they're going to try to do. They're not going to sneak anybody, but there's there'll be a couple keys we've kind of talked about. I personally believe turnovers and special teams will be a big deciding factor in who comes out on top on this game. Looks like Gilbert just won the toss, or Gilbert's going to receive anyway. And I think for both teams, when you're running, you want to stay on schedule. We don't need pre-snap penalties for either team. They're looking for 3rd and short. And the last thing I think both coaches would tell you is physicality is going to win this football game. It's going to come down to the trenches. There's a lot of both excellent offensive lines. Gilbert's undefeated, but Lewis Central's probably played the hardest schedule in 4A all year, and you're going to see an exciting game of contact today.
Yeah, I mean, this one is shaping up to be a track meet, right? I think looking at Lewis Central's schedule, you know, over the last 4 weeks, they've averaged 40, if not 50 points a contest, right? So they are certainly looking to score as often as possible, and it'll be up to Gilbert's defense to stop them. And, you know, Tigers will start with the ball in their home black jerseys. It's 41 degrees, feels like 34, 8-mile-an-hour wind out of the east.
Not very good.
Okay. All right, kicking off for the Titans will be number 17, Jimmy Scott. Scott leads Class 4A with 44 touchbacks on the year, so we'll see if we actually get a chance to return this one. Back for the Tigers is number 11, Canton Wine, number 10, Ian Eldred. As Scott tees up the ball. And we are about ready for playoff action here at Tiger Stadium.
Here we go. This is fun.
And we're off. And it looks like it's going to be his 45th touchback of the season. So you can certainly see that he has a strong leg, and that could come and play later too.
Yeah, for sure. That's a good boot. Anytime you get in the end zone in high school, it's pretty impressive.
Tigers are led by senior captain number 9, Ethan Rash. And then also behind him, you'll hear us call number 11, Cameron Cantonwine, quite often. Running back's got 13 rushing touchdowns on the year, nearly 8 yards per carry. I
think that's one. Gilbert will probably have a little more spread out rushing attack as far as numbers of people.
Rash pitches the Cantonwine to the right side. Does gain 5. Looks like they're going to give him 8 yards. Looked like the defensive tackle may have jumped, but got back before the play.
I think that's interesting right there. I think you might see Gilbert try to get the edge a few times tonight, Carmen, because Lewis Central is really stout in the middle. So it'll be interesting to see if their pursuit can match up to Gilbert trying to get wide or not.
Number 10, Ian Eldred, checks into the ball game. He's the receiver on the near side of the field. Rash under center again. And quarterback sneak up the middle. Gets 5 yards. Good for a Tiger first down. And one thing we like to play up here, Chris, is whether or not that's a called play or that's something that he just sees at the line of scrimmage and just takes advantage of it. But you can see where he's averaging 5 yards per carry on that quarterback sneak.
I've watched that all year long, and I'm guessing there's some of each. But if you watch Lewis Central tonight, they'll play wide gaps on their 2D tackles quite a bit, and then you'll see them narrow them up, and they're going to have to react because Rash is not afraid to do QB sneaks. And we will be under center most of the night.
And they have a big defensive tackle, Kyler McNeil, 6'1", 300 pounds. This time the pitch to Fierce. Makes a few men miss, continues to stay on his feet, and gets 11 yards. Looks like they're going to spot him at 10 yards.
Excellent effort by Pierce. So about 3 guys had him wrapped up there, and still his determination carried him there for a first down. That's kind of what I was referring to earlier. You're going to see 3 or 4 backs probably carry the ball for Gilbert tonight versus you're going to see a lot of the quarterback and the running back for Lewis Central. So it's a little bit of – we both run a lot, but you'll see it a lot, maybe different formations out of Gilbert.
Great job there by Fierce, making something out of nothing, getting 10 yards on the first down. So 1st and 10 ball at the 45-yard line. 10:48 remaining in the first quarter. Ethan Rash under center. And this time his brother Aiden Rash in motion, but they hand it off to Canton Wine, who gets to the right side, gets 8 more, 9 yards. Nice blocking there by the right side of the offensive line. Number 78, Mason Griffin. 71, Trent Wesselman.
Yeah, I think any offensive football team can live at 2nd and 1 and do a lot of fun things.
Well, one of your keys to the game was not get behind the sticks, right, and not get in 3rd and long situations. And right now they're getting big chunk plays with this running game.
Yeah, for sure.
2nd and 1, ball at the 46. 10 seconds left to go on the play clock. Blake Bell in motion to the left side. Ethan Rash under center and does another quarterback sneak. He gets 2, so it'll be good for a Tiger first down.
Going back to that last play, gains of like plus 5 yards. Usually you're getting hats on linebackers or secondary people. That's a good job by Gilbert's O-line to be able to at least knock people off their line of path to the ball carrier.
Last week versus North Polk, the Tigers rushed for 473 yards, averaging 10.3 yards per carry, and so far they're on pace to hit that mark tonight. We got a pre-snap penalty here. Nope, we got a timeout. Coach Lunt calls a timeout.
I don't know if you saw that, but the right cornerback for Council Bluffs was sneaking down, coming on a run blitz there. I wonder if that's why he called timeout or if we weren't lined up right, possibly. I didn't see, but they were blitzing there.
Was it number 2 by chance? Peyton Flippin, 4 interceptions, 1 fumble recovery for a touchdown, and certainly their playmaker on defense. So,
yeah, I watched a fair amount of film of these guys this week. I think Peyton is kind of their Swiss Army knife player. He does a little bit of everything for them. I mean, he plays the whole game on defense, and he's a weapon for them on offense also. So that we'll be calling his name plenty.
A big thank you to our game day sponsor, Dairy Queen of North Ames. Their generous support helped bring us tonight's game for you all. Now everybody thinks pie for Thanksgiving, but in our house we look at the Dairy Queen ice cream cake. So looking forward to that, and visit your Dairy Queen in North Ames. Appreciate your sponsorship. After the timeout, 1st and 10, ball at the 44, 9:27 remaining in the first quarter, and the pitch to Canton Wine. Nice penetration there by number 6 for the Titans.
That's textbook defense. They turned that pitch play in before he could get the edge, and the linebackers filled with pursuit and limited him to a 2-yard gain. So really good on the defense there.
Actually, it was number 5, TJ Nettles, 5'11", 205-pound senior. Gain of 2 brings up 2nd 8, ball at the 42-yard line. Rash under center, Canton Wine behind him. Aiden Rash in motion. And they hand it to Canton Wine, who gains a couple more. Will bring up 3rd and 5, ball at the 39-yard line.
Pretty good hit by Mr. McNeil there.
McNeil's that 6'1", 300-pound lineman we were talking about earlier.
I noticed they just rotated out. Lewis Central will rotate those defensive linemen throughout the game.
Big 3rd down here, 3rd and 5, ball at the 39-yard line. Aiden Rash in motion.
This play will be indicative of what Gilbert's going to do on the next play.
And they do hand it off to Canton Wine. Makes a man miss. Still on his feet. Gets down to the 19-yard line. You know, when that running back goes in motion, you know the outside linebacker's got to follow him, right? So it clears a running path for Canton Wine.
You know, really, there's 3 options there. You can give fullback, you can run the quarterback, or pitch the tailback. It looks a little bit different than a traditional I formation option play like Nebraska used to run. We kind of run it out of a wing formation, but the principles are the same. So they have to defend all 3 levels, and that's extremely discipline that's required from the defense to match up to all 3 of those things.
Fierce in motion. Hand off to Canton Wine. Gets 11 yards on that carry. Good enough for another Tiger first down.
That's kind of the first time you've seen Gilbert run a little cutback quick side play there. You know, we run unbalanced quite a bit of the time and usually run towards our power. But then the goal is to if the defense doesn't react too quickly, then you're trying to cut behind them.
1st and 10, ball now at the 14-yard line.
That was
5 minutes into the first quarter already. This time, Rash pitches it to the outside to Fierce, and he's got some running lane to the outside, and he is in for the end zone.
Wow.
No penalties on the flag or on the field. 14-yard scamper by Gabe Fierce for the Tigers touchdown.
Well, for all the Gilbert fans, it's nice to have Gabe back and looking healthy. He's looked good the last 2 weeks, but that's another situation where Gilbert got the edge on Lewis Central, and that'll be a big key the rest of the night. If they can't control that, Gilbert's going to make hay with it.
Fierce with his 5th rushing touchdown on the season. Kicking for the Tigers, number 3, Miles Manat. Snap is down, kick is up, and it is good. 6:46 remaining in the first quarter. Tigers strike first, 7-0.
Pretty impressive. I mean, if you're a Gilbert fan, that's about all you could ask for. We took 8 minutes off the clock in the first quarter, didn't attempt to pass, and scored a touchdown and looked pretty solid doing it. So now we'll see how Lewis Central can answer here.
Yeah, 80 yards on all rushing plays, right?
Right.
Big chunk after, really, I mean, there were only 2 plays where they got less than 5 yards.
Yeah, we're not going to make any secrets. I don't know. How many passes did we attempt last week? One?
One.
Yeah.
One.
I don't, if Gilbert throws it 10 times tonight, Lewis Central is looking good to advance.
Let's see. Kicking off for the Tigers will be Miles Manat. He's got 19 touchbacks on the year himself, so he's got the heck of a leg. See, I'm trying to read the numbers for Lewis Central. I think it's number 14, Braden Doss, and number 2, Peyton Fippen.
I would be surprised if Mr. Fippen is not on the field on kick return. Yeah, he's on the northeast corner there, and 22. Who's 22? That's Braden Doss.
That's the running back, yep.
So one thing for Lewis Central fans, Gilbert has given up, I don't know how many kick returns off this year to touchdowns. I mean, 3 or 4, Carmen, something like that.
3 alone versus Mason City.
Yeah, so. I know we have adjusted some personnel in that department. You know, seeing a lot more starters on our kickoff team all of a sudden, and then we've started this kind of pooch kick deal.
Taken at the 31-yard line. Gets all the way to the 42, and one of the dangers was that is field position, right?
And Gilbert's doing that because we've had some of those troubles covering kicks. But like you said, we, starting their first drive with only 58 yards to go.
Yeah, and when you're kicking into the wind too, right?
Right.
I mean, it's certainly got to play a factor.
You'll watch Lewis Central tonight. They won't be as under center as Gilbert is. Most of the time they'll be in the pistol. Their quarterback like this pretty much every play.
Yeah, Brody Chubb, number 12, the quarterback. Number 22, Braden Doss, gets the handoff. Gets 6 yards of his own.
You can see right there. I mean, he's only a sophomore, but he's physical. I mean, he's got nice body lean, and there's going to be some contact to get him in the ground for sure.
I mean, he leads all Class 4A in all-purpose yards, 1,700 yards, and his 1,300 yards rushing, averaging close to 10 yards a carry.
Right.
I mean, so here they go, hand it off to him again. This time he gets to the second level and gains 10, 15 more yards, all the way down to the 39. Number 11, Cantonwine with the tackle. As you can see, he got all the way to the third level. The safety had to tackle him.
And that's not much misdirection. That's just here we are and we're running forward.
So Chubb out of the shotgun and hands it off to Doss again. This time, number 23, Tayton Ward tackles him.
Both teams is kind of a function for, but the low man kind of wins in these cases where you got that physical of a back, and I've seen 2 or 3 different arm tackle attempts. That's just not going to get it done against a back like that.
2nd 5, ball at the 34-yard line, 5:30 remaining in the first quarter. Gilbert up 7-0. Titans driving, and Doss has a lane, and I believe Fierce is going to, he is tackled for the touchdown, in the end zone for a touchdown. 34-yard scamper there for Braden Doss, and I don't think he was touched until he got to the 1-yard line. Well, we knew he was going to be a weapon heading into tonight's game.
Yeah, I think, this is an interesting dynamic. We're going to find out adjustments might be pretty key here to find out what these defensive coordinators are going to do to try to adjust this running game for both teams.
Number 17, Jimmy Scott, to attempt the extra point. And it is true.
That's pretty good.
5:17 remaining in the first quarter. We are tied at 7. Try and find some other updates here on scores. Looks like ADM is up 7-0. We'll definitely keep an eye on that Newton-Fort Dodge game, as the winner of this game will face the winner of that game.
I'm already getting critiques from my kid. I'm not supposed to breathe so hard in the mic, so I apologize to all you fine viewers that we have out here that I'm going to do better.
Back for the Tigers is number 10, Ian Eldred, number 11, Cameron Cantonwine. But as I had mentioned, Jimmy Scott's got 45 touchbacks on the year, leading all Class 4A, and he's got an 8-mile-an-hour wind at his back. So we'll see if he kicks it short and lets us return it, or if he just plays it safe and kicks it in the end zone.
Gilbert had an 8.5-minute drive, and Lewis Central scored a touchdown in 2 minutes or less. Based on that first one, it looks like this one might hit the base of the goalpost or
right. Hit the scoreboard.
Yeah.
And
that's pretty solid.
Touchback. Gilbert will take over, 1st and 10. Ball at the 20-yard line. As both offenses marched right down the field, scoring a touchdown on their first possession.
Yeah, we'll see if Lewis Central does anything different to try to react to some of the Gilbert edge runs. But
you know, one thing that offensive drive did for the Titans is it actually killed a little of the momentum that the Tigers had here on the sideline too. So we'll see if they find a way to get it back. 15 seconds left to go on the play clock. Ethan Rash under center. And the handoff to Aiden Rash. Actually looks like he gets back to the line of scrimmage.
That was a little trap play going against the flow, and that they had that stuff from the very beginning. An excellent pursuit. Linebackers didn't get sucked up with any of our motion and stuffed it.
Number 14, Jacob Jeffries, among others on that tackle. Second 10, ball still at the 20-yard line.
Yeah, and if that's not where Gilbert wants to be living.
Not
Second
at all.
and 10 is not
Rash
not
with the keeper.
Good pursuit.
Falls ahead for 2. Yeah, the defensive end did a good job of taking Fierce out of the play. It almost looked like Fierce maybe even got up a little too much where he couldn't pitch it. But 3rd and 8, again, is like you mentioned, is not really where this offense wants to be.
Really good pursuit by Booth there. Rash would really prefer not to pitch. You know, it's if we do, I think a lot of the times we're actually calling it in the huddle, and if we're reading it 75 to 80% of the time, he's probably not pitching.
Out of the shotgun.
Yeah, a little more. This is unusual. More spread for us here.
Oh, we got a pre-snap penalty. Looks like we got some movement. Can't imagine they practice that too many times on the year. We're got the quarterback in the shotgun on a passing formation or passing down, but
you could almost see our uneasiness with that. Our feet shuffled quick because we weren't as sure as we normally are, and leads to a pre-snap penalty.
Penalty moves them back 5 yards. 3rd and 13. Ball now at the 17-yard line. Just under 3:40 remaining in the first quarter. Rash now back under center. Behind him, Cameron Cantonwine in motion. Aiden Fierce, the pitch to Cantonwine. Looks downfield, the quarterback pass. He's got Ian Eldred downfield, and it is caught at the 50-yard line. He had 3 defenders, did a great job of high-pointing it, coming down with the ball. You know, that's something, too, where Gilbert's done that 3 or 4 times this year, where they've pitched it to Cantonwine, who played quarterback last year at Ames High. You know, for that halfback pass. And
and I wouldn't even, that certainly wasn't a laser by any means. He just threw it up there for his receiver to have a chance, and You know, you see the NFL guys talk about that a lot of times. Just give my player a chance, and that's what they did, and Eldred came up with it. But Lewis Central wasn't beat on the play. They had guys back there.
Rash this time hands it to Canton Wine. Spins ahead, gets 10, 11 yards. Nice hard run there by Canton Wine once again. And you could kind of tell, you know, a senior who was, you know, at Ames last year and didn't get a chance to play in playoff situations, he's making the most of his opportunity.
You know, I've really been impressed with his progression through the year. You know, he is obviously a really athletic guy, but his determination and just that kind of little bit of edge to him has kept increasing through the year. And you'll watch on contact, he spins a lot, spins out of a lot of tackles.
Yeah.
It's just hard to get guys on the ground that spin.
Run brings up 1st and 10, ball to 36. 5 seconds to go on the play clock. And the handoff up the middle once again to Canton Wine. It's 4. Booth with the tackle.
This Gilbert kind of option-esque type of offense, part of what they're trying to accomplish is the defense having to take another half a step to react to all the options, so that half a second of reaction time slows you down is part of what gets positive yardage for how Gilbert runs their offense.
This time behind Rash is number 23, Tayton Ward, checks into the ball game. Canton Wine is in motion, but they hand it off to Fierce. Gets forward, he's in the foot race to the touchdown. Nothing fancy there.
Almost identical to Dawson's touchdown, right up the gut. Nobody touched him, except this was kind of a little reverse quick trap play.
Yeah, almost like a counter play right up the middle.
Well, maybe this game's going to be 42-41. Who knows?
It could be, yeah. 32-yard scamper for Fierce for his 2nd touchdown of the night. Snapping for the Tigers, Ben Randall. Holding, number 9, Ethan Rash. Kicking, Miles Manat. And the kick is up, and it is good. So with 1:47 now remaining in the first quarter, Gilbert 14, Lewis Central 7. And if you're a fan of offense and you know, high-powered running football, then you're seeing a lot of explosive plays tonight.
This is I'll be intrigued to see based on how Gilbert's last kickoff went. If we use the same method,
right,
or if we're going to try to squib it lower or actually kick it hard. I'm not even sure necessarily the kicker knows every time. I'm like, sometimes it just happens, whatever happens.
North Polk up 7-0 versus Glenwood.
Oh, nice. Can people chat on the YouTube side of things?
They certainly can, yeah, most certainly.
I'd be curious to know everybody's favorite Halloween candy.
Yeah.
Since it is Halloween, we might as well have a little fun with it. Anything that has chocolate in it, for me, is going to go a long way.
Yes, chocolate and peanut butter goes top of the list. I don't know how I feel about candy corn. Some people love it, some people don't.
There's a reason the candy corn sticks in the bowls in my house.
Taken at the 25. Oh, he's still on his feet. The 50-yard line, run out of bounds finally at about the 34, 35.
Well, I think we have our answer the next time we kick off. That I wouldn't kick it over there.
Yeah, maybe try the other side of the field.
Yeah.
Second
you know what?
possession in a row that the Titans are starting with excellent field position.
I can guarantee you that Lewis Central's been working on that all week because we've struggled with it all year long. And they've exploited us for it.
Actually spotted at the 33-yard line.
Yeah, this is a big possession for both teams.
Chubb out of the shotgun, hands it off to Doss. Gets 8 yards, 7 yards, maybe 6. But again, gets to the linebacker, the second level, before he's even touched.
This is exactly where they want to live, 2nd and 4.
Running right behind the center of their offensive line, 78 Kyler Neal, 71 Rays, and 72 Nicholas Malik. Doing a good job getting push up front.
Yeah, I don't think they've left inside the guards yet. Everyone's been right there.
They hand it off to him again. And Doss spins out of a tackle. Cantonwine tackles him down at the 16-yard line.
Physical guy. First guy's usually not going to get him on the ground, doesn't look like to me.
Well, as you mentioned, only a sophomore, 5'10", 195 pounds. First and 10, ball at the 16-yard line. 40 seconds remaining in the first quarter. And they hand it off to him once again. This time he only gets 4 yards. Tackle there by Easton Van Cleve, 52.
I don't know. Has anybody else ran the ball yet? I don't think.
No, and that hasn't needed to.
I don't think Chubb's ran it yet.
Nope.
We're going to get a steady diet of Mr. Doss.
Titans run up to the line of scrimmage. 16 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Got the wind at their back, but they haven't thrown the ball at all. Hand it off again to 22. Nice open field tackle there by 11, Cantonwine. Will bring up a 3rd and 2 as that closes the first quarter. And a lot of rushing, a lot of offense as the Tigers go into the second quarter up 14-7. But Lewis Central driving down to the 12-yard line. We'll see what adjustments Coach Hansen and the defensive staff try and do to slow down Braden Doss.
Yeah, well, really well played first quarter by both teams.
Yeah, without a doubt.
You know, we had one kind of big halfback pass there, and they've got 2 big kick returns, and the rest of it have been pretty solid 6 yards at a crack.
You know, Lewis Central was only 5-4 this year, but they're coached by Justin Kimrad, who's in his 7th season taking over the Titans program in 2019. He's actually got a 67-15 record since taking over the Titans team. Made the playoffs every year and took their team to the Unidome 5 of the last 6 years. So this coaching staff certainly knows football and knows how to make the proper reads to be successful.
I'm getting a lot of free advice on candy on my phone.
Oh, there we go.
Hot tamales.
All right.
Hot tamales are a very, very small group, of which my wife is not one. I can't even have them in my house. She doesn't like cinnamon.
We were handing out candy last night, and a girl came up to me and she had a hot tamale. She was not a fan.
Oh gosh.
Here we go, 3rd and 2, ball at the 8-yard line. As we set
this is kind of fun. Gilbert looks like they're in a 5-man front, which is the first time all night for that.
Bunch formation. They bring in a fullback.
Oh.
Nice hard run by Doss. Cantonwine with the tackle, but not before he gets to the 3-yard line for a first down. And I got to assume they're just going to do the same thing. Yep, keep the fullback in the game. This time Chubb under center. They hand it to the fullback. Nothing doing. Actually, looks like he gets back to the original line of scrimmage. Castro and Blake Bell on the tackle. Receivers come back into the ball game. Number 17, Jimmy Scott. Number 2, Peyton Fippen.
What are we on, the 3 here?
We're on the 3.
This is fun.
Fippen's got 9 touchdowns on the year, so we'll see if they throw. Nope, they're just going right up the middle, and he is tackled and gets to the 1, but it'll bring up a big 3rd down. Doss again with the carry.
Nice play by Hayden Beauchart there. Well, they put him back at the 2, so still haven't seen much misdirection out of Lewis Central yet, or a quarterback keep. I don't be curious to see if he keeps here.
And they hand it off up the middle. He is stopped behind, touchdown. But yep, he falls forward for a touchdown. Stopped initially at the 1-yard line, then falls forward.
That's that kind of physical lean, you know. He didn't get first contact, doesn't bring him down very well.
So Jimmy Scott comes in, number 17, to kick the extra point. And I got to say, so far the key to success for the Titans has been field position, right? I mean, they started both drives right near the 50-yard line, if not past it. Kick is down, and it is good.
Yeah, you know, that's Iowa State's philosophy every weekend, is to try to make guys go 80 yards, and odds are maybe you can't, but we've made them go 55 and 58. Not even 58 and 33.
Right. Yep, and with both of their kickoffs being touchbacks, we've had to go 80 yards.
It's pretty windy in Gilbert tonight. I will be interested. I mean, most of it's out of the west, maybe a little bit of north in it, so we'll see how far, if they get this one in the end zone or not.
Back for the Tigers is number, well, let's see, we got 10, number Ian Eldred, 11, Canton Wine. In front of them is 23, Tayton Ward.
Baden, and who's over here on my side? Oh, yeah, Luke Anderson. Gotcha.
Number 17, that's Jimmy Scott.
Jimmy Scott places the ball on the tee for the kickoff. Kick the first two in the end zone for a touchback. And here we go. Yeah, it'll be interesting with that 8-mile-an-hour wind, whether or not he actually gets into the end zone here.
Yeah,
if we get a return. And here we go, and it is right at the 1.
Nice kick.
Yeah. Taken by Ian Eldred. Makes a man miss. Does spin. Gets to the 20-yard. Oh, sorry, Canton Wine. Yep,
Pretty
you're
sure.
right. You're right. Yep.
He spins. That's how you know.
That's right. Gets to the 21-yard line. Maybe 22.
You know, for some of the people, maybe you're just tuning in or haven't watched every game this year, and Lewis Central played a rough schedule with 4 losses, but I know that our coaches knew that this was going to be a tough game. This was going to be is going to be a tough opponent no matter what. These guys have played a really hard schedule. I don't know how many. I should have looked how many of them are playoff teams that they had to play this year, but it's a large percentage.
You know, and one thing is that, you know, they never give up, too.
Right.
I mean,
They
even
played
when
a
they
lot
were
of-
down.
A lot of tight games.
Right. Rash under center. Handed off the middle at Tayton Ward. Keeps the pile moving. He's 13 yards.
You know, I don't know if you heard that, but there was definitely a whistle before that ball stopped, but they marked him all the way up here at the 36. I heard a whistle anyway, back at the 31.
That's good. Another Tiger. First down.
Newton up on Fort Dodge 20-0 tonight.
It would have been interesting. I would have liked to have seen Fort Dodge play this year. Deshaun Ross is an interesting athlete. You know, he's going to Okie State to wrestle, but he's a heck of a football player.
Rash with the keeper. Pitches late to Canton Wine. Gets to the 40. Tiptoes out. Nope. They're going to call him out of bounds at the 41.
Yeah.
Gain of 5.
Rash had enough time to actually make a good decision and a solid pitch. It wasn't under duress, and probably picked up another 3 yards versus him running it himself.
You know, they do a good job of keeping you honest from inside out, too.
Their pursuit's been pretty good.
10 minutes remaining in the second quarter, tied 14-14. Second 5 ball at the 41-yard line. Rash under center, Canton White in motion, but they hand it off to Tayton Ward. Going to get 3, bring up 3rd and 2, the 39.
That was
Bring up 3rd and 2 Tigers.
Number of big third downs in this game.
Who's 46 for Gilbert?
Bennett Holtz.
Oh.
It's
He
only a sophomore.
was in the motion there. If you notice, he barely got on the line of scrimmage, and he was supposed to be. That was close to being illegal procedure.
And Rash with the quarterback sneak. And it looks like he's going to be about a yard short. Titans did a good job of pinching the line there.
Yeah, I think that really tells you what Gilbert's going to do here. If they did that play on 3rd and 2, I think they're not planning to punt the ball.
Number 78, Kyler McNeil, First to hit Ethan. 4th and 1, ball at the Gilbert's own 45-yard line.
We'll see what
Big play in the ball game.
Snap count looks like here. You'll see Gilbert do this occasionally. Maybe go quit. Maybe mess with the snap count.
Try and draw him offside.
Oh,
they did it.
offside.
Yep, they did it. Yep.
You know, that's
I think that's what 78, 79.
Those are the kind of things as a coach that probably let you not go to sleep quite as early as you'd want to, because you know you want kids to be aggressive, you want them excited, and then critical situations like that lead to a first down.
Penalty good enough, you mentioned, for a first down. Ball now squarely at midfield, 50-yard line. Tate and Ward in the backfield, fierce in motion. Rash with the keeper.
Oh, there's some space here. Oh, they closed it nice, though.
Yeah, lowers his shoulder, gets 4 yards.
My daughter is sending me Halloween-themed puns.
Well, let's hear a couple of them.
You look spooktacular tonight, Carmen.
Oh, my goodness, yes. Yes.
You know, that's a positive play for Gilbert. Gilbert is just fine 2nd 6. Everything is in the playbook for them, even that QB sneak that we like to run if they split their tackles, which they have not done as much tonight. Their D tackles have been a little tighter.
Number 14, Gabe Hicks checks into the ball game.
It was fast moving first half. Yeah.
4 seconds on the play clock. And
it's going to be false start on Gilbert right guard. Just went a little early.
In a game of margins, in a game of you know, every yard, you know, those are big penalties. Pushes them back 5 yards. 2nd 11, ball back at now the Gilbert 49-yard line. And if you're 2nd and 11 in this offense, that's not a place you really want to be, feel comfortable with. Ian Eldred split out on the near side, handed off to Tate and Ward. Does his own version of the Canton Wine spin.
That's a good
hard run there.
Yeah, for sure. And he is low to the ground. There isn't a lot of parts on him that aren't muscle. I mean, that guy is strong for his. He's not very tall, but he is powerful.
Yeah, 190-pound junior. Brings up 3rd and 4, ball at the 44-yard line. Clock continuing to run, 7 minutes remaining. Rash approaches the line of scrimmage with 10 seconds remaining on the play clock. And the pitch here to Canton Wine.
Oh, my God, good catch.
Cuts back inside, and looks like he's going to be good enough to get to the 39. That's good for a Tiger first down.
The most important part of that play was how athletic Canton Wine was to catch a less than perfect pitch. That takes one bad bounce, and it's a turnover. Yeah, my son texted me every loss Lewis Central has this year is to a 4A playoff team. So they played competitive football all year long.
Certainly, yes. Rash under center, Ward behind him, fierce in motion, but they hand it off to Canton Wine with the counter to the inside. Falls forward to the 29. Nice show of sportsmanship there by 13 for the Titans, helping him up. That's Leonardo Tatum, their safety.
And for both teams, all this, you know, essentially running.
Yep.
What the goal for both is what the other team's going to look like at the start of the 4th quarter. From a physicality standpoint, what their conditioning looks like, you know.
Yeah, the wear and tear. Yeah.
This is going to be a game of attrition for sure. You can already tell it. There's guys putting hands on hips.
2nd 5, ball at the 34-yard line. Rash hands it off to Tate and Ward. Gets right at the line to gain. Gets to the 30. Looks like he's going to be about a half-yard short. Bring up 3rd and 1. And 4-yard chunks, that's that's something that if you could do that on every play, you're going to be successful. And we're just at about 5 minutes here in the 2nd quarter. Tied 14 apiece.
Yeah.
Gilbert is driving 3rd and 1, ball at the 30.
Almost played a whole first half in the half hour.
It's going quick.
Hard to do.
Yep. Caton in motion. This time they do pitch it to him. Cuts inside to the 30, gets to the 25. Gains 6 yards. Good enough for another Tiger first down. Yeah, he does a good job of catching that pitch, sometimes even with one hand out there.
Yeah, it's a nice little cutback. He's got, he kind of puts his right foot in the ground and cuts back to it. If you notice, a lot of times his right elbow will come up pretty high, which that's just asking to be put on a
100%,
helmet.
yes, you're right.
Which I'm sure he'll get plenty of free advice from coaches about that. But we'll take the 5 yards. Lewis Central needs a stand here.
Rash under center. Tatum Ward behind him. Rash does keep it. Pitches late to Fierce. Nice pursuit there by number 2. That's Fippen.
Yeah, he shows up on film a lot. A good football player. Just can tell he's athletic and runs to the football all the time.
Loss of 6 on the play. Brings up a 2nd and 16 with under 4 minutes remaining in the second half.
Yeah,
second quarter,
that's
sorry.
The kind of negative play. They were good pursuit there. And
right.
They shucked that lead block pretty quick, and then Rash doesn't have enough time to get downhill to make himself a threat.
This is one, too, where we're going to have a timeout here. Coach Lund's going to call a timeout. This is one, too, where you want to make sure that you'd really like to take the last 3 minutes and 30 seconds of this play clock, into halftime with some points because, the Titans have been able to strike pretty quick with their running game. That first possession, like you said, they went 80 yards. Well, I guess it was 60 yards with the kickoff, in a minute and a half. So they got big strike capability, and we haven't even seen them pass yet.
No, yeah, regardless of how this drive turns out for Gilbert, I would assume they'd like to see the clock under 40 seconds or something, but that's easier said than done.
Well, what's the consensus say? Have you seen anything about the candy?
Oh, there are a lot of traditional lovers.
Okay.
I got like 25 advanced. I didn't even have time to read them.
Well, I'm a big Reese's guy, and
it's hard to beat that.
Yep, anything with peanut butter and chocolate I can't say no to, which gets me in trouble quite a bit. Tigers have the call from the sideline. No huddle, just go right to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 16. Tatum Ward gets the call from Ethan Rash. And Rash back to pass, looks downfield, has a receiver, Ian Eldred open, just overshoots him.
You saw something there that's only happened about 3 times all year, a straight drop back pass from Gilbert. But he was open.
He was open, yeah. Yep.
It's kind of hard for quarterbacks to know that, especially when you're not passing every day. But if he actually leads that guy across the field instead of down the field, there's not a defender over there, so you're not at risk for an interception, and he might be able to go make a play on it.
Incompletion does stop the clock, so 3rd and 16, 3:28 remaining. I got to assume here, I know Manat has a heck of a leg, but if you get some positive yards here, you got to go for it on 4th down, I would think.
Yeah, and I don't think
rolls out,
looking 40-yard field goal.
Looks back to pass. It is tipped.
Whoa.
It is actually caught, but he's out of bounds.
Caught it out of bounds, but he was actually almost laying on
number 23, Tyler Campbell. About had his 4th interception of the season.
Be curious. Kind of no man's land for Gilbert here. If you do 30-yard line, you probably got to go for it. But even if we get 10 yards, it's kind of like a punt.
We are going to attempt the field goal.
Wow.
Manat is 1 for 3 on the year, a long of 33 yards.
Well, we're going to try a 47-yarder.
Snap is down, kick is up. Yeah, I think it's going to be short. Yep.
Well,
gave it a try.
Yeah.
Titans take over 1st and 10. 3:15 remaining. All 3 timeouts at their disposal.
That first down play, we lost 6 yards, kind of killed our drive there. But really it was successful drive. I mean, we changed field position, and
yeah.
Now we'll see if Lewis Central can answer again.
I mean, this is the deepest field possession they've had. So see if they can go 80 yards and 3:15 with 3 timeouts remaining. Newton now up 27-0 over Fort Dodge. ADM is up 13-10. Thanks to my brother-in-law, Ben, keeping us in check there.
Thanks, brother-in-law, Ben.
And they hand it off to Doss. Tackled there, but good pursuit by 15, Blake Bell, 23, Tayton Ward.
I don't know, I might be crazy, but I'm pretty sure that's the first time they've attempted to run anything but wide.
I don't know if they need to do it again.
I don't know if they're kind of like us and kicking short. I don't know if they'll do that anymore.
At their own 21-yard line.
2:45 remaining in the first half. Chubb in the shotgun and fakes the handoff.
Lewis
Looks
Central
downfield.
has all their timeouts left.
Throws it down and it incomplete. Intended for number 17, Jimmy Scott. Number 52, Easton Van Cleve with the pressure on the quarterback.
I'm kind of behind a pole here, so I didn't see if we had a little pressure on the quarterback there, but
yeah, I
don't know. His receiver took a different route than what he was thinking.
Yeah, I think if we had one more, if he just takes one more second to survey downfield, I think Easton gets him there for his sack. Brings up a big 3rd and 9.
Yeah, pretty big play here too for Gilbert because they want another chance to score if they stop him.
Correct. Incompletion does stop the clock. Lewis Central is going to use, their first timeout of the half. It is blackout here at Tiger Stadium, so the for those who've been watching all the games this year, the student section kind of has a a theme each night. One would think it's Halloween, but it's there are some Halloween stuff down there.
Is it Jersey? What is it? What's the theme tonight?
It's blackout, but
blackout.
Also blackout, but also looks like there's some Halloween costumes down there.
Depending on whether you're a rational person, it probably depends on whether you want to be cold or not.
Yeah, it's true.
Which there's probably not a tremendous amount of rational thinking going on in that whole group.
Yeah. I don't see any bare chests yet, but
yeah.
Also don't see Furies. That's usually when that comes out.
Well,
here we go. Third and 9, ball at the
21-yard.
Ball at the 21-yard line. 2:34 remaining in the first half. Chubb out of the shotgun. Doss offset to his right. Chubb looks downfield, back to pass, has a receiver, and it is broken up by Gabe Fierce.
Super effort by both guys there, but
intended for number 13, Leonardo Tatum.
I got a little heads up. Part of the reason we kicked a field goal there is a missed field goal in high school starts from the 20. Which I did not know.
I did not know. Yeah, that makes sense then.
So shout out to Turonis Driving Academy and Mr. Carl Turonis for helping me with that.
Carl knows all. 4th and 9. Back to punt is Jimmy Scott. And an end-over-end kick is taken at the 45-yard line by Canton Wine. Spins after getting 8 yards down to the 46, 47.
Huge play there for Canton Wine to step up and catch the ball in the air. That probably made 25 yards of difference, let alone 20 seconds.
Yeah, the way that ball was spinning, it was definitely going to take a Titans bounce, too.
That last drive for Lewis Central will be interesting to see how they move going forward. They tried a little bit of not going up the middle and kind of cost them there. So we'll see if Gilbert can capitalize on some good field position here.
Rash is under center behind him, number 11, Canton Wine. And the handoff to Canton Wine. Yeah, he never falls down on first contact, does he?
All right,
6 yards.
Here's where we need to churn plays in. That's one thing that, we run a lot of plays, whether it's either personnel coming in or quarterbacks coming over to get the play. In short time situations, it might cost us a little more seconds than some others that maybe do it on the wristband stuff.
Right.
You see, or
Yeah, 20 seconds into the play clock already.
yeah.
150 remaining in the first half. And this time Rash fakes the handoff, gets the keeper, fights through an arm tackle and gains 10 yards.
But like college, clock does stop while they change the markers. We're still probably going to have a chunk play here, a 15, 20-yard play.
Yeah, they do have that one timeout, but you can see Rash ran right to the sideline to get the play call right after he got up off the tackle.
Yeah.
Rash with the keeper, makes a man miss, gets down to the 25-yard line. 1 minute, 15 seconds now remaining. Cantonwine's actually the one getting the play.
And Braxton Booth for the Titans. Rash ahead for 6. Second and 4 Tigers.
1 minute remaining in the first half. Second and 4, ball at the 25.
I think if we can get it to the 20, I think a 37-yard field goal is well within range here if we don't get that chunk play.
Yeah, especially with the wind behind, to our back. Rash drops back to pass.
He's got all kinds of time.
Has Rash open at the 2-yard line, catches it in for the end zone for his 3rd touchdown of the first half. Gabe Pierce is having a heck of a senior moment here.
He is I was so glad to see him come back 2 weeks ago because he's a big piece of this team, both offensively and defensively. But a little shout out to Rash. He stayed composed there, wasn't excited, delivered just a nice ball to a wide open receiver. A little breakdown in Lewis Central coverage there.
Manat with the kick, and it is good. 43 seconds remaining in the first half. Gilbert jumps ahead 21-14. And you got to think they're going to kick it deep here, right? I mean, you don't want to give them 2 timeouts and 50 yards to go.
I don't know what they will do, but I would do different than we've done the last 2 times. I personally would I don't know if he's good at the squib thing on the ground, but that's probably what I would vote for if Gish is listening down there.
Back for the Titans is number 2, Peyton Phippen, and number 14, Braden Doss. Sorry, 14, Braden Doss.
Number 2, Peyton Phippen, and number 22, Braden Doss. Up back, Jacob Jeffries. I believe Galen Davis. Kicking off the Titans.
And here we go.
Miles Manat.
Manat does have 19 touchbacks on the year, so what they did, squib it once again. You're right, this time it's going to hit the ground, going to go out of bounds.
And the kick goes out of bounds.
That's not going to take any time off the clock.
Lewis Central will start first and 10 from their 35.
What the Titans will take over first and 10 at the 35.
The ref looks like he's marking the ball at the 25, but I don't think that's where it goes when it goes out of bounds.
Where's he going? He's going all the way to 45. Oh, okay. Got to make him re-kick.
Well, great idea on their part. Based on their last 2 returns, I'd make them kick it again too.
This is exactly what happened in Mason City, right. And Mason City returned. First of all, it went out of bounds 2 or 3 times. Then Mason City returned it for a touchdown.
You can tell this was a big part of Lewis Central's game plan for tonight. We're gonna make Gilbert pay on kickoffs if they don't cover better or execute better.
And Doss does have 2 touchdowns returned for a touchdown this year. I'm sorry, kickoffs returned for a touchdown this year. Some confusion up here on the play clock.
Yeah, I think we got a clock discussion going on here that looks like it has plenty of free advice going on.
$43, is that what they're saying?
43.5 on the game clock.
All right.
43.5 on the game clock.
Put a second and a half back on the game clock.
43.5, my high school basketball scoring average. divided by about 4.
What is it now, though?
Yeah, now it's I got a boot on my foot and I'm happy to get out of bed without falling down.
All right.
Yeah.
The Nat kicking off at the 35-yard line.
Let's see something low.
And this time he just pooches it. Kicks it all the way down to the 15-yard line. Doss takes it, gets to the
Not good.
25. Oh, he's got a lane to go. The Nat's going to have to catch him. Oh, and he misses the tackle. Ian Eldred's got a shot at him at the corner and not going to get it. So Doss returns it 85 yards for his third kickoff return touchdown of the season. And his third touchdown this evening.
That's a tough blow for a Gilbert Tiger fan and an awesome way to go into the locker room if you're a Lewis Central fan. And
most certainly, because you're going to get the ball back to start the second half,
yeah,
too.
70% of Lewis Central's yards that first half were on kickoff returns at least. So, that's part of the game. We played 4 quarters for a reason, and now we're going to have to finish.
I think you can see now why we were pooching it. Didn't want Doss to get the ball.
Well, they're trying to entice him to fair catch that ball, but they're on purpose not doing that. If you fair catch it, I don't know what you get at 35 or the 40.
Yep.
But it's obvious they're not going to do any of that. They want to make us tackle them.
Touchdown return. Ties it up again, this time 21-all with just under 30 seconds remaining.
Gilbert's got some talented kids back here, too. Maybe we can break off a kick return.
Well, we'll see if they even allow us to return it, right? I mean,
yeah.
I don't think they've. Last one was at the 1-yard line.
Kicking off for the Titans will be number 17, Jimmy Scott.
But again, Jimmy Scott leads all Class 4A with 46 touchbacks on the year.
Well, it was one of our keys. Turnovers and special teams. Nobody's turned the ball over yet, but one team has definitely won the special teams.
Yeah, those hidden yards. Yep. And you could just kind of sense that kickoff return was demoralizing for morale, too, here in the stadium. But good chance to get some of that back here with 30 seconds left. One timeout. It is taken at the 2-yard line by Canton Wine.
Yep.
Gets to the 15, stutter steps. And going to get to the 21-yard line. 22 seconds left. Historically, I've seen Coach Lunt just take a knee and get into halftime here. We'll see what he plans to do.
Yeah, Lewis Central has 2 timeouts, so they don't have enough to take us all the way to halftime if they want to do that. But
well, can you dial up the halfback pass twice?
I would
try and catch him in a little sleep.
I'm a pretty conservative guy. If we see a halfback pass here, I might buy you a hot dog.
Yeah, well, save your money. It looks like we're in that victory formation.
Yeah.
Just going to take a knee and get into halftime.
Maybe.
Rash with the knee, and Lewis Central does not use any of their timeouts. So
that was a fun first half.
It was very fun. It went by quick, too.
Yeah.
Be interesting to get some halftime stats, but a lot of big chunk. Lewis Central, they have a lot of 65-yard rushing touchdown, an 85-yard kickoff return, just a lot of big chunk plays there in that first half. But we'll head into halftime tied at 21 in the round of 16 in the playoffs. Winner of this game will go to will play actually the Newton Fort Dodge victor, and last I saw Newton was up 27-0. So we will we'll keep an eye on that one.
Pretty much the Braden Doss show. I don't know if anybody else has positive yardage on their team except for him.
Well, at 5'10", 195 pounds, he's averaging 10 yards a carry coming into this game, and like I said, led all Class 4A and all-purpose yards. So, and you can see why.
I'm betting he doesn't get tired either.
No, not like you and I.
No, it's going to be a fun second half. We'll be curious to see how both defenses react to strong running game, and then what if Gilbert's lucky enough to score again, what they're going to do at kickoff, because it's obvious what we've done isn't going to work.
Yeah, you go into halftime looking to make adjustments, right? And
Yeah.
it'll be interesting to see what both coaching staffs do to try and stop the offense. But we will we'll step aside, let you listen to the band. I know a number of you listen on the live feed for the for the band, and they got a number of seniors that are out here as well. Byron Tender does a great job with the band production here, and they're all dressed up in Halloween costumes. So we'll come back to start the second half while I let you listen to the band.
Welcome back to the field under the field direction of drum majors Olivia White, Lillian Dahlstrom, and Kate Hansen, the 2025 Gilbert High School Tiger Football Varsity Marching Band. This year's edition of the band numbers 117 members, including 11 members or alternates of this year's Iowa All-State Band and Choir. Tonight, nothing could be more appropriate than the band opens halftime with a tune that has become a staple of Halloween music. Here's Michael Jackson's iconic 1983 hit, Thriller. Next, the band plays a smash hit by The Weeknd, named Best Song of 2020 by Billboard. Here's Blinding Lights. The band chose this next tune to play at senior night in voting last week. Here's Ozzy Osbourne's Crazy Train. Gilbert band. If you get on your feet as the Gilbert band forms the Gilbert G and plays the Gilbert High School fight song. So I can get your attention on the Gilbert side of the field here. There's some special people making their way to the 50-yard line. Gilbert fans, the three-peat is complete. Congratulations to head coach Aaron Thomas, assistant coach Troy Stout, and the Gilbert boys class 17 are winning their third consecutive Class 3A state championship earlier today in Fort Dodge. The Tigers won the team title by 30 consecutive All-State finishes as they place 4th, 5th, and 6th, respectively. Let's hear it for Coach Thomas and the Gilbert Tigers boys cross-country team. Also want to put a plug in for the girls cross-country team. They came in the top 10 today at the state meet as well.
Well, for those that couldn't hear, Pat Starr on the overhead, boys cross-country team are your Class 3A state champions for the 3rd year in a row. Ranked number 1 all season long, the Tigers dominated the meet today, winning by more than 30 points. Huge congratulations to coaches Aaron Thomas and Troy Stout. This marks their 6th state title together, an incredible achievement for an incredible program, and got a standing ovation from the crowd here. And I don't know, I mean, it just seems like they got, I don't know if they, Chris, they got more room for banners in that high school gym.
Not in the cross-country department, they don't.
We do have some stats here from Coach Stacy Stezik from the sideline. Let's see if I can find them. First and foremost, Braden Doss has 11 carries, 91 yards, 2 touchdowns. And for the Tigers, Cameron Canton-Wine, 13 rushes for 91 yards. Gabe Fierce, 4 carries, 50 yards. Ethan Rash, 7 carries, 31 yards. And Tayton Ward, 4 carries, 31 yards. In total, the Tigers have 29 carries for an even 200 yards in that first half.
I think it's a pretty easy discussion of what happened in the first half. Lewis Central had a hard time with Gilbert's running game, and Gilbert had a real hard time with Lewis Central's kick return squad and Braden Dawson.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Looked like a one-man show out there, but obviously had a lot of help from that offensive line that's springing him open. He doesn't need much of a running lane though before he gets to the 2nd or 3rd level, and you can see why he's averaging near 10 yards a carry.
Who knows what will happen the rest of the year, but these are 2 of the better 4A offensive lines in all of 4A.
Yeah, without a doubt. I did some stats here. I mean, Gilbert's offensive line is averaging 240 across the board, and Lewis Central is 265. So you can see the rushing yards that they were able to put up this entire season. Obviously both teams in the top 5 in all-purpose rushing yards, rushing touchdowns. It all starts up front with the offensive line.
It's kind of funny. You can look at stats and talk all week like obviously we need to tackle Braden Doss.
Right.
But once the helmets go on, that's always not as easy as it might appear because he's a talented kid, but it's obviously they're a well-coached football team too. Their whole line hasn't. They're up between the tackles. Run game is impressive because they haven't ran the quarterback. He hasn't pulled one time on that dive play by Doss. And what's Doss averaging 9 yards a carry?
Yep.
Yeah, they can make a living in there. So, and I believe Lewis Central won the toss. They should be receiving here. Gilbert's kicking with the wind a little bit, which I don't know if that's good or bad. So it'll be very interesting to see how we've adjusted what we're going to do on our kick return or kickoff coverage.
And, this is a Lewis Central team, 5-4 on the year, but like you mentioned, all 4 losses to playoff teams. And, this is a team that was, in the state championship game at the Unidome last year, obviously falling to Pella, but, certainly brings back a wealth of experience. And, in the research leading up to this game, they've been in the Unidome 5 or 6 years, right?
They are a football powerhouse by all measures. So they're used to having success in the postseason, and that carries some weight. Going on the road, they're in a, what is 3-hour road trip probably to get over here all told, and they've made a good accounting of themselves so far. So it's going to be a fun second half.
100%. We got some score updates here. North Polk up 21-0 versus Glenwood in the first half. And Newton now up 41-0 at halftime against Fort Dodge. So it's not a done deal, but it's pretty. You can see the writing on the wall that the winner of this game is going to be playing the Cardinals.
Which will be a test. Newton's got a good football team too.
They do. They do. shout out to Matt Jens. I think the quarterback for the Cardinals is his nephew. Matt Jens, obviously a resident here in Gilbert. His son Blake doing great things on the freshman team.
Looks like the North Scott ADM game's pretty tight, 13-10, and I think the Bound has that score backwards, but I can't imagine Xavier's down 45-0 to Waverly Shell Rock.
Yeah,
so.
no. Xavier, the only other undefeated team on the year.
5A, yeah, Iowa City West is up 21-10 over Cedar Falls, which is that's on the road. That's kind of unusual. Sioux City East is up on DCG, and Johnston's up 12-6 at half. Iowa City Liberty's up 26 on Waukee halftime.
And for those of you who also follow baseball, the Blue Jays are up 3-1 right now. And Manat lines it up on the tee as we get ready to start the second half. Back for the Titans.
It'll be very interesting to see.
Number 22, Doss. It's two guys fight for it. They caught at the 31-yard line, so there's your fair catch.
Well,
they just had to run into each other.
I don't know if Gilbert could somehow bottle up the fact that we have two guys run into each other so they fell down, but I think that might be the only way we're going to stop them on kickoff return. So now we'll see if we can actually, Lewis Centrals can grind out a 70-yard drive here.
Yeah, and we talk a lot, throughout the season about hidden yardage, and there's 11 yards right there where if you can kick it in the end zone, start them at the 20, as opposed to the 31.
Yeah.
But Chubb out of shotgun, hands it off to Doss, and this time he's hit at the line of scrimmage, but falls forward after a gain of 5. Castro on the tackle.
It's cliche how often you hear football people, coaches, whatever, talk about wrapping up, but that's a perfect example right there. Good contact at the line of scrimmage, but Doss just won out because we didn't wrap up good enough, and he's not a one-guy tackle him kind of back. It's got to be a team effort.
Hand off to Doss up the middle. Tackled by 52, Easton Van Cleve, but not before he gains enough for a first down. 2 plays, 12 yards for the Titan offense to start the second half.
You've seen Gilbert kind of rotate a few D linemen here too in preparation for the fourth quarter. Both these teams are leaning hard on.
Chubb out of the shotgun, hands the ball off to Doss. Immediately is stuffed. Good wrap up by number 52, Easton Van Cleve there. A loss on the play.
About one of the first times I've seen, I don't know if that was a broken play I don't think anybody blocked Easton there, but if you're Lewis Central's coaches, when you see him slamming down that hard, next time the quarterback's pulling the ball. And going to run right past him. So we'll see if he hasn't done that much yet tonight.
Chubb drops back to pass, looks downfield, has number 2, and it is caught. Yep, Fippen. Gabe Fierce with the tackle.
Oh, that was
completion, gets him down to the 16-yard line.
Nice route, and that's where quarterback's Chubb, right?
Yep.
Yeah. He led him into green space, didn't lead him down the field, where his guy was the only guy that was going to be able to make a play on that, and he did.
And Fippen is their big play receiver, averaging close to 26 yards a catch. Hand off to Doss. Gets 4 or 5 yards. Beauchart, number 41, with the tackle. And you're right, yeah, they're subbing in some defensive linemen there. 76 and 78 are coming into the ball game. Kyle Gruters and Mason Griffin now checking in. Second and 5, ball at the 12-yard line. Chubb in the shotgun. Doss offset to his left. And the handoff up the middle.
They run a little pull. The right guard pulls there, and he runs right in behind him. You can almost watch him. He'll be right on his hip, and whoever he makes contact, he slides right off of it. And if we're not either getting penetration or standing that guard up right where he's at, that's a 4-yard gain every time.
That run brings up a 1st and goal now at the 5-yard line. 3 minutes into the 3rd quarter. Still 10 seconds left to go on the play clock as Chubb under center. Again, Doss offset to his left. And this time he drops back to pass. Looks like he got a screenplay to Fippen. And he is tackled by Gabe Fierce, a loss of 4 or 5 on the play. Great read there by the cornerback.
Good fake by the quarterback. He faked me out. I think if he gives the ball there, his running back scores a touchdown.
Sometimes you can get a little too cute in your play calling. I watched the game against Boone that Lewis Central had. They ran that screenplay a few times.
Super individual effort by Fierce there. Tackling in space against an athlete like Fippen is impressive.
2nd goal, they spotted at the 7-yard line. Titans once again out of the shotgun, this time in the pistol formation. And they hand it off to Doss. Stopped by 71 for the Tigers. Trent Wesselman.
Is it Wesselman?
Or maybe it was 41 and Beauchart. It was a
no,
1.
It was Wesselman. I didn't know if it was Wesselman
okay.
or Wesselman.
Brings up a big 3rd and 5 at the 5-yard line. 3rd and goal from the 5.
You know, I think if Lewis Central cuts this in half, they go for it. 4th and 5, they might kick it. That'd be a hard decision. Big play, timeout.
Well, it looks like Titans are going to use their first timeout of the half. Yeah, definitely a big play in this ball game.
Yeah, I'm sure they have a group of half a dozen plays they want to use in goal to go or, short line critical situations that maybe we haven't seen on tape kind of deal that they probably want to make sure everybody's on the same page, what your job is. We're not in a hurry. Just execute the play. Looks like he wants to share some advice with the lead official, too.
Never a bad idea.
Yeah.
Tonight's game is brought to you by Dairy Queen of Ames, where it's always a good time to have a sweet treat. Whether you're celebrating a win or craving something sweet, they have the new Frosted Sugar Cookie Blizzard, and certainly one that I've stopped by more than a few times on the way home from work and snuck it before I can get home so the wife doesn't see it. So thank you to Dairy Queen for your sponsorship, allowing us to broadcast this game tonight.
I think this play will be really indicative of what the next one will be. If this is a run play, they're going for it. Something other than that, I'm not sure.
Got the fullback in the game. Chubb fakes the handoff to Doss, looks downfield, has a receiver, overthrows it to coverage there by number 23, Tayton Ward.
Yeah, I think
Pass
if they don't
intended for
score
number
there,
14.
they're kicking a field goal. That looks like to be at least they're
Maybe 17, Jimmy
They're
Scott.
bringing on the field goal squad. We'll see what happens. But it's kind of a tough angle, in high school they have really wide hashes. This is and they're down there so far. This is kind of an interesting angle.
Scott on to kick the field goal. He is 5 for 9 on the year.
Boy, they got a snapper.
It is blocked or shanked to the left. No good. Wow, that's a heck of a turn of events. 1st and goal from the 5 and come away with no points.
Yeah, obviously not a turnover, but that's a pretty big stand for the Gilbert Tiger defense. Now a few first downs here, and they can get some momentum going.
And it's crazy. They went right down the field, just handing it right up the middle to Doss, and they got 2 or 3 plays there where they just went to the outside, got away from what they were having success with.
I didn't mean to pull anything away from the kick, but next time you watch Lewis Central kick a field goal, that guy is an NCAA snapper. You don't see him go back there that hard in high school. Pretty good hold, too, because I ripped it back there.
Hand off to Cantwine up the middle. He gets to the 2nd level before he's touched, gains 9 yards.
Yeah.
Ball at the 29-yard line. Jacob Jeffries in on the tackle, along with Braxton Booth.
Along with Billy Jerry on the tackles for the Titans. Benton wanted to hit for 9, but 2nd and 1 Tigers. Number 29.
Second and 1, ball at the 29-yard line. 6:45 remaining in the third quarter.
Quick moving third quarter already.
And the pitch to number 11, Canton Wine. Cuts inside. Gets 5 more, but they'd be good enough for a first down.
Nice
Like
lead
they're gonna spot it
blocking
at
out
the
there.
35.
To the Applegate.
Lead block, but was it 15, Blake Bell?
Yeah.
Yep.
A lot of people think when you're doing that the goal is to knock people over. That isn't the goal. The goal is to keep them occupied so they can't make the tackle. It's called stock blocking. Stand and fire your feet and just mirror your defender, and that's how big plays happen.
Ethan Rash under center, Canton Wine behind him.
Ooh.
And they do hand it off up the middle. And he is stood up there by number 28.
We could have got called for illegal procedure there. Like our tight end was leaning.
Applegate there with the tackle, number 28.
No gain on that.
And Brody Applegate on the tackle for the Titans. No gain for the Tigers. Second and 10 from the 35.
Late shift there on the defensive line by the Titans, too, on that play. They all shifted to the play call where the ball was going, the right side of that line. 5:30 remaining in the third quarter. Second 10, the Tigers. 35-yard line. Ethan Rash under center, Fierce in motion. They do hand it off to Canton Wine. Gets 5 yards, bring up 3rd and 5, ball at the 40-yard line.
Canton Wine with the carry.
Forward progression will get him to the 40.
Big play for both teams here.
Canton Wine hits for about 5, brings it 3rd and 5 for the Tigers from the 40.
I wouldn't be at all surprised if you see a big split in the D tackles here, that you would see a quarterback sneak. If they don't do it, they'll run the play. But yeah, they're going to run normal play.
Oh, they jump. Yep, there we go.
There is a flag on the play.
Titan jumped off sides.
Offside
Wow.
on the defense.
It's a big play. That'll beat them right at the sticks for a first down.
I haven't seen a signal a first down, though.
No, yeah, it's going to be.
Well, what are we doing? That is
It's right
too close
there.
for a human being.
Yep.
They should ask for a measurement here.
Well, they moved it.
That's good. Tigers.
Yeah,
There
okay.
they called it. Yep.
I didn't see the officials say that, and we're already 23 seconds
Nobody
into
did,
this
yeah,
play
yeah.
clock. I don't think they ever did indicate a first down.
The chain crew just made a decision there. Penalty draws 1st and 10, ball at the 45-yard line. Hand off to Canton Wine up the middle, and he is spun down immediately. Big play there by number 78.
Kyler McNeil's had a huge impact on this game.
Yeah,
I mean,
6'1",
he
300
is
pounds.
a handle.
It's like they spot him getting back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10.
Going back to that last play, was that probably the second time Lewis Central's had a penalty for a first down. You know, the little things in a tight game like this start to add up.
Fierce in motion. Rash with the keeper. Looks like they got his helmet. Oh, they tried to strip the ball there.
Really good to Rash to hold on to the ball there.
Gets 3 yards. Ball to the 48, bring up
That's
3rd
one
and
of-
7.
If Rash almost delays another half a second, he's got a little bit more room on that play. He doesn't know it when he starts that, but it almost opened up a little bit that he couldn't take advantage of.
Another big 3rd down for the Tiger offense. 3rd and 6, ball at the 49-yard line. This quarter's going by quick, too.
Yeah.
We're already 9 minutes in. Under 3 minutes remaining in the 3rd quarter. Aiden Rash.
We went from a scoring fiesta in the first half to
Fierce in
slow
motion.
down
The
a
pitch
little
to
bit.
Canton Wine on the outside. Has some running room. Makes a few
Oh.
and miss, and actually gets about 13, 14 yards. Number 2, Fippen, had a shot on him. He looked like he had the angle, and Canton Wine did a good job of sidestepping that tackle and
You know,
ran down the left side for a first down.
Fippen and Canton Wine are just two of those guys that are probably good at whatever sport they play. You can just tell But that was just individual effort by Cantwine to slip that tackle and kind of willed himself to a first down there. But Gilbert's gotten the wide side of the field on the defense a couple times in this game, especially to the left. We'll see if that continues or not.
Rash under center, and they hand it off to Cantwine. Gets 3 more.
They are doing a lot more of that pre-snap shift with those D tackles. It'll be interesting to see if we are adjusting on the fly to that or not.
3-yard gain brings up 2nd and 7. Ball at the 33. Under 2 minutes remaining in the third quarter already. And 15 seconds left to go on the play clock. Tigers break the huddle, approach the line of scrimmage. Aiden Rash in motion. Ethan decides to keep the ball and gets 1 yard.
Excellent pursuit by the LC defense right there.
Tyler Campbell, number 23, I think was in there.
They had the pitch covered there too. There wasn't a lot of options for Rash.
Third and 6, ball at the 32-yard line. Titans shift again. This time the Tigers go away from the shift. Pitch to Cantwine.
Good tackle.
He's going to be about a yard short, right at the 28.
Heck of a play by Tatum right there.
27-yard line.
That's where you need to take Cantwine out. Thighs. I don't know why Gilbert hasn't started the tush push. Everybody else is doing it. I mean, we do so many QB sneaks. You would think that
this is the time to do it.
We should line Fierce up behind him and just push.
4th and 1. Last play of the third quarter.
Oh, that's a QB sneak. Now they move. See that?
Oh, they jumped again. Got the hard count. Titans jump for the 3rd time, resulting in a Tiger penalty, or Tiger first down.
You know, you gotta give Gilbert credit. It's the 3rd time they've done that, and they haven't jumped once. And what that does do the next time, it makes Lewis Central that much more conservative, like, oh, I can't jump, so we get a little half-step advantage.
That penalty will bring us to the end of the third quarter as we head to the 4th, tied 21, and just like that, in the blink of an eye, each team has had 1 possession, and we are headed to the final period of the game.
Really fun football game. Both teams, no turnovers. You know, there's been big plays. There's been good defense. Pretty awesome night for high school football. Perfect weather if you're playing and broadcasting.
Yeah, what a great environment here, you know, inside, you know, the stadium. We got the new scoreboard this year that's with the new graphics. We got, you know, the student section have been standing the entire season. I don't think I've ever seen them sit down. And, you know, even the senior class parents, I've sat with them at a couple of away games, and, man, they're active and they're passionate. Let's go with passionate, yes.
Just shout out to our cheerleaders here, too. It just dawned on me after looking at them for 2 minutes trying to figure out why do we have orange bows in our hair to remember that it's Halloween. That's the level of brain power that I'm working on today.
And here we go. Start to the 4th quarter. 1st and 10, ball at the 22-yard line.
Well, we haven't seen one of those little fierce reverse deals here for a while. Not predicting one, but we're probably going to see one before we get to the end zone.
And hand off to Cantwine. Looks like he's going to get 4, maybe 5 yards.
There's going to be some guys that feel bruised up after this game tonight.
Yeah, tonight's the ice bath night.
Yeah. It's kind of one of those things I can remember in high school, like you hurt so bad, but if you won, it was kind of a good feeling.
Right.
If you didn't win, it's about the worst feeling ever.
and that's what makes sports great.
Correct, yep. Yeah, we knew this would be a battle going into tonight's game, and certainly is living up to the billing so far. 2nd and 6, ball at the 18-yard line. Under 10 seconds left to go on the play clock. Rash under center, and the pitch to Fierce. Has a running lane to the outside.
Oh, there's
and there's a fumble on the play. Recovered by number 2, Peyton Phippen. That's his 2nd fumble recovery of the season. And you mentioned it, heading into tonight's game, the keys to victory were turnovers. You know, and there's the first one of the ball game.
Monster play. You know, who knows what's going to happen there, but they haven't really stopped our run game all night. And, you know, he's probably looking at a 4 or 5 yard gain there. And not a really loose fumble. I would say it was a good tackle, and the ball came out. And Lewis Central recovered really close to the sideline there, but they definitely had a positive recovery.
Titans take over 1st and 10, ball at the 21-yard line. 11:08 left to go in the ball game. Quarterback Brody Chubb out of the shotgun.
Oh, it's illegal motion.
Yep. The entire team moved, but the center.
I don't know who you'd call this on, but it is more than one person.
Yep. Move them back 5 yards. You know, that might be the first offensive penalty that the Titans have had tonight.
Yeah, I think Gilbert's had a couple procedure penalties, but for them. Yeah, coaches talk about it a lot, but this is time for, you'll see what conditioning on your team show up.
Hard snap. Good catch there by Chubb. Hands it to Doss. Tackled by 15, Blake Bell. 23, Tayton Ward.
Pretty good pursuit by Gilbert defense there. First guy stood him up, and he had a lot of friends helping him.
Number 70, Aiden Folkert's also in on the tackle.
On cue, we got a guy with a cramp, it looks like, for Lewis Central. Usually when you see his buddies helping him, he's got a cramp.
Yep, stretching it out. Trying to think.
Well, he's got a double cramp.
Ooh.
Maybe somebody should work on his arms, too. Which normally Gilbert is the team of cramps. It's been interesting to me this year how many times
there have. Yeah, you're 100% right.
Not as often in cool weather, but we've had a lot of them.
And that's Doss down there cramping up. There, he's running back to the sideline. Well, while we have a second, let's real quick, girls cross country team.
They called timeout?
No, I think it's just an injury timeout.
Because I think he has to leave the game if it.
Yeah, for one play, right?
Yeah. Which he did. So I think you have to leave for one
is in
play
there at running back
injury.
now. Jacob Jeffries. And we got a penalty here.
Oh, now Gilbert gives away 5 free yards.
Offside defense. 5-yard penalty. 2nd and 6 to the Titans.
Well, penalty will move them 5 yards. 2nd and 6. Ball spotted right at the 25-yard line. Doss still on the sideline. Jacob Jeffries gets the handoff.
Carry by Jeffries.
Gets 4.
Tackle by Leva.
Michael Leva with the tackle. Brings up a big 3rd down. 3rd and 2.
Yeah, I'm just waiting. You know, they don't run the quarterback 30% of the time, but he hasn't ran. I can't recall him running the ball.
Not yet, yeah, not tonight.
I would assume it's coming eventually.
Jeffries remains in at running back. Gets the handoff. He is hit at the line of scrimmage, but gets down to the 31. It's going to be close.
It's going to be 4th and 6 inches or a foot.
15, Blake Bell with the tackle. Yeah,
I think that's 4th down.
They're moving it. They're not even measuring. They're just giving it to him.
Wow.
Home crowd does not like that.
Well,
1st and 10 from the 31-yard line.
First and 10 now at the 31-yard line. Chubb out of the shotgun. There's some confusion. Looking to the sideline. Still got 15 seconds left to go on the play clock. Number 14, Jacob Jeffries, still the running back. Offset to Chubb's left.
Pass play.
Yep, looking downfield. Nothing doing. That's a coverage sack. Oh, he's actually going to get 5 yards, 6 yards.
Nice play by Chubb. Wasn't there, and he kind of shook an arm tackle there, and 7-yard gain.
Yep, Blake Bell, number 15, eventually got him down.
Mr. Doss running back onto the field.
Yep, number 22. Still stretching out his calves a little bit. Second 3, ball at the 38-yard line. Under 9 minutes go in the ball game. Chubb with the handoff to Doss. He's going to get the first down. It's 4.
Fun to watch him. He doesn't have a quitting.
No, he runs almost like he runs with reckless
gear.
abandon,
Yeah,
right? He's like puts his head in and he's going to come out positive yards. Nope.
Threw his towel, lost his mouthpiece.
Titans with the hurry
Pretty
up
sure
offense.
he knows the play. It's Doss up the middle.
They're called timeout. They still had 20 seconds left to go on the play clock.
That's interesting.
Little confusion. I think they think that the way this game is going, that this is their chance to to win the game, because each team's going to get one possession left, right?
Yeah, I'd be curious to know what the play calls are for Lewis Central. And they get in several different formations, but I wonder if they just end it with give the ball to 22, because that's what I would do.
Right. It's worked all game.
22 left of the center, 22 right of the center.
Yeah, you've got to assume when
Gilbert,
if and when Gilbert gets the ball back, they're going to take, 4 or 5 minutes off the clock.
Right.
They've got to do something with this possession, especially with now only having one timeout remaining in this second half.
Yeah, somebody's going to have to make an unusual defensive play or an unusual offensive play, obviously, for Lewis Central. But
3 receivers to the top of the field.
Of the game.
Hand off up the middle. Tackled high there by number 11, Canton Wine.
7 yards before anybody touched him there.
Couple new pieces of the defensive line checking in. 76, Kyler Gruters. Second and 4, ball at the 48-yard line. Now 8 minutes remaining in the ball game. And the handoff to Doss once again. He is right at the sticks. Actually, they're going to spot him a yard short.
For people that like watching interior offensive line play, this little guard pull they do, he is coming at the first person he sees and laying the boom on him. It's really, they are good at it.
3rd and 1, ball at the 49-yard line. Chubb looks to the sideline to get the play. Still 16 seconds left to go on the play clock. And the play is designed to give it to Doss. And he gets 2. Needed 1.
Good play by Beauchard, but plenty for a first down there.
52, Easton Van Cleve is down on the ground.
Yeah, he's squirming a little bit. That doesn't look too...
Yeah, he came up holding his shoulder.
I'm not sure. Has he not fought a shoulder problem before? Last year?
Yeah,
maybe?
I think, last year.
Yeah, that's the not fun thing about sports either, injuries.
Easton has committed, I think, to Grandview to play football next year.
That is correct.
There, he's helped to his
Well,
feet.
at least he's up and moving. I always get a kick out. It looks like they helped him up with both arms, too.
Yep, he's shaking off that arm, forearm.
Maybe we should not pull him up by the arm that hurts.
Last play was good enough for a first down, though, so it's 1st and 10, ball at the 48, 7 minutes now remaining in the ball game.
Yeah, this has been a grinder drive for Lewis Central. We fumbled on about the 18-yard line, so they've had the ball this whole quarter, almost, I think.
Well, hopefully at least, the Gilbert defensive line had a chance to rest there a few minutes. Because they got to do something to stop that running game up the middle.
Got Mr. Davis Cowan in there left end. He's been playing a little bit this evening.
And this time Chubb looks back to pass, looking downfield, has a receiver. Caught by number 13.
Leonardo Tatum.
Tatum, yep.
He's had a good overall game, too. A couple nice passes.
That was a good timing play, too, because as soon as he cut on that 9-yard route, the ball was in his hands. It's almost like they practiced that a few times this year.
Yeah.
Did get out of bounds, so the clock will stop at 6:33, but it's 2nd and 1. Ball
They're
to
really
39
unbalanced
lines.
to the left here right now. Lewis Central, another pass play.
Chubb looking downfield to pass. Nish tackled by Beauchart, number 41, but not before getting to the 39-yard line. Good enough for a Titans first down.
Interesting, 2 passes in a row.
The pocket collapsed pretty good on him there. He had to, after his first read, he had to pull it down and run.
It's a couple times now we haven't really had anybody spying the quarterback for the run after he breaks the pocket, and it's been a pretty easy 7 or 8 yard gain.
Good to see your captain, number 52, Easton Van Cleve, back on the field.
5-man D front there for us this time.
Hand off to Doss. Tackled by Canton Wine. For a gain of 5, though.
Canton Wine and Ward on the tackle.
2nd and 5. Ball at the 39. I'm sorry, 29.
From Gilbert, 29.
At some point, this Tiger defense needs to make a stop. Because the way they're running the ball right now, they're going to be able to take 3-4 minutes off the clock, continue at this pace.
Somebody needs to slip a tackle or slip a block and make a play.
Hand off to Doss up the middle. Tackled
good initial contact. He runs through that. He is really impressive. More impressive in person than on film even.
Van Cleve with that tackle brings up a big 3rd down and 2. Ball at the 26-yard line. 5 minutes remaining in the 4th quarter. Still
substitutions for both teams here.
15 seconds remaining on the play clock.
Looks like Lewis Central got a little heavier there possibly.
Chubb out of the shotgun, yep. Bring the tight end to the left. They hand it to Doss. Beauchart hits him right away. He's going to be a yard short. It's going to be 4th and 1. Spot at the 25-yard line. Beauchart jumped in there like a bullet. Big play in the ball game right here. 4th and 1.
You're going to see the left guard pull here. I'd be shocked if they're going to run that guard trap play, and he's going to follow right behind him.
I'll try to catch the Tigers off guard. Try and get them to jump. Good job by the defensive line watching the ball. Still 13 seconds left to go on the play clock. And I think, the Titans are going to use their 3rd and final timeout.
I think they saw how tight Gilbert's splits were there. And maybe reevaluate a little bit, because if we do happen to get penetration when they pull a guard, that's a recipe for a 2 or 3 yard loss. So interesting to see if we come out in that same formation or if they react and maybe try to throw a little dump pass for a touchdown.
That's what I'm wondering, if you take advantage of the Tigers' aggressiveness, maybe that dump pass is there.
Risk reward for a touchdown,
Well, I mentioned it earlier, but the girls cross-country team capped off a strong season with a top 10 finish at state. So congratulations to coaches Laura Koutman and assistant coach John Barbier on their leadership and dedication. Big 4th and 1 here as
they might go quick here. No.
Very tight. Everybody's
been under center all game.
Handed off to Doss, and he is gains 5 on the play.
Well,
yeah, you're right. I think that's the first time maybe he's been under center.
That's a big hole. The rest of this drive here, you know, if it's 4 yards at a crack here, we might consider some timeouts possibly.
Chubb out of the shotgun again, but hands it off to Doss before he gets 5 more.
He doesn't come down with the first guy.
Blake Bell, Tayton Ward with the tackles. Number 70, Aiden Folkerts checks into the ball game for
Mason
78.
Griffin getting a little break.
Yep, Mason Griffin.
If you're Lewis Central, you're going to keep doing the same thing. Gilbert's going to have to figure out a way to make stone him here because 22 is getting the ball.
Oh, this time Chubb does keep it. Loses a couple yards on the play.
First time all game.
Van Cleve initially slows him down. And I think Castro's the one that eventually got him down.
No, Easton's cramped up.
Number 34, Davis Cowan checks into the ball game again. But this is a bit third and 8's much better for a Tiger defense than
kind of
4th and 1.
Kind of the play that if Gilbert's looking for there, a no gainer, so they probably are going to have to go out of their comfort zone of Doss up the middle, maybe throw a pass, or because if they get no gain here, do they kick a field goal? Maybe they do. I mean, he looks like he's got the leg for it.
Definitely, most certainly got the leg. And if you Tigers get a stop here and it's a running play, you've got to think about using your timeout.
Right, and I think this play will show how confident they are in kicking a field goal. If they run it, I would say they might be considering going for it. If they throw it, they're willing to kick a field goal. Where are we at? The 20, so it's 18, so 35-yard field goal.
As long as 33 on the year.
Easton's having a heck of a time. His legs are hurting, his shoulder hurts.
And Van Cleve up on his feet.
One of the many seniors, captain on this football team.
Both of these teams, outside of Doss, I think Lewis Central's playing an awful lot of seniors also. And Gilbert's really senior laden.
Very much. And Easton's one of those that played a number of snaps as a sophomore too.
Pretty much all of our skill position guys are seniors. Well, like you said, this is probably the biggest play in the game so far.
It is. 3rd and 8, ball at the 18-yard line. 2:44 remaining in the ball game.
Be curious to see if Gilbert blitzes here.
Chubb in the shotgun. Fakes the handoff to Doss. Does have a receiver, and he is tackled by Aiden Rash, only after a gain of 1, if not getting back to the end. It looks like they gave him a gain of 1, and the Tigers do use their first timeout. That'll bring up 4th and 7.
Super play by Aiden Rash there. His reaction time, and
you called it though, that dump out pass play.
2:32 going back on the clock.
I'm pretty sure.
Timeout. Titans will have 4th and 7.
We called timeout, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So 2:32. Gilbert's got 2 timeouts. I don't know if their field goal kicker's on the field. I know.
Yes, he is.
And we got a guy with his hands in his pockets behind him, so I'm assuming he's the holder.
He's the holder.
Now, everybody watching this game, watch the center snap this ball. You did not see this in high school because it's a bullet.
Let's give a shout out to the kid, number 5, TJ Nettles.
He is going to rip this back there.
Jimmy Scott lining up for
no penalties, Gilbert.
35-yard field goal. The kick is up, and it is good.
Well, there you go.
Plenty of leg. Jimmy Scott with his 6th field goal of the season.
Obviously, we can't tell from down here, but that was really close to the left upright. I do know that. But I think it was good.
Season-long 35-yard field goal comes in an important time for the Titans as they jump ahead 24-21 with under 2.5 remaining in the ball game.
Yeah, this is fun. We'll see. Gilbert could use, obviously, a good field position kick return here. And to thus far, though, Lewis Central's kick coverage has been excellent.
Yeah, they haven't had to do anything.
Yeah. Well,
yeah, they're right. They've kicked it to the 1-yard line twice,
yeah, the
right?
couple we did return, we didn't get much past the 20.
No, yeah. Back for the Tigers.
But here again, this isn't about knocking people down. This is keeping people occupied. That's how big plays happen. Just need to keep your body attached to theirs.
Number 10, Ian Eldred. Number 11, Cameron Cantonwine. Kicking off for the Titans, number 17, Jimmy Scott. He's got 46 touchbacks on the year, including 2 tonight. 2 other kickoffs that have gone to the 1-yard line.
Braden Doss is on the kickoff coverage. So has been. There's. I don't know, maybe that's number 8, but.
And that will drop again. About to take it at the 2-yard line. Cantonwine gets to the 30-31.
26.
Ah, yeah,
so Gilbert's got to go. You know, realistically for us, we probably get to at least the 15 or 20 for a field goal for us, but obviously a touchdown would be better. But I think everybody got their money's worth. This is a pretty good high school playoff football game.
Here we go.
42 points in the first half and 3 in the second.
Season comes down to this. 2:20 remaining in the ball game. Gilbert down 3. Cantonwine in motion. Ethan Rash with the quarterback keeper. Gets 7.
Here's where Gilbert has to have a little more urgency based on how they call plays and run plays. You know, which we put a lot on.
Second 3 ball at the 33-yard line.
Here as far as getting the play, running over, getting back in the huddle, running the huddle.
And he keeps it again.
Big play there.
Take it down at the 44, 45-yard line.
Oh, we need lots of time here. Don't need to panic, but just have to have a little sense of urgency.
Well, and if you're on the offensive line, you're right. You can't get too ahead of your skis. You know, jump too. Minute 40 remaining in the ball game. Cantonwine in motion. They do pitch it to him. He is looking downfield. Has Ian Eldred downfield. Bounces off his shoulder pads.
Well, it's a heck of a pass. Ethan's gonna, or Eldred's gonna wish he had another chance at that one, but.
Second time they've called that halfback pass tonight. Incompletion does stop the clock with a minute 33 remaining. Rash under center, Tayton Ward, number 23, behind him. Oh, handed off to Cantonwine. He actually runs into Aiden Rash of the handoff.
Yep.
Big third down here, 3rd and 10. Yeah, you got to use one of your timeouts.
There's a little push on the center there, and he.
Oh. One of their defensive linemen is cramping.
Messed up our timing on that play.
Big 3rd down and 10 when the Tigers get back on the field. Minute 22 remaining in their season. Biggest drive of the season right here.
More cramping.
Number 65. cramping on the field.
Maybe it's our turf, or do we get some weird barometric pressure or something in Gilbert that's different than
Hunter Enfinger?
We just have a lot of cramping on both teams always.
Here we go.
Eldred's still on the sidelines because he's probably our biggest receiving option.
Rash looks downfield, has Aiden Rash with the
Fabulous
catch. They're going to
catch.
say he caught it, but he's at 1 yard short. He's going to be at the 46-yard line.
Not a first down,
It'll
though.
be 4th and 1.
Well, here's
Great
where
juggling catch there by Aiden Rash.
Gilbert's really got to have their best 4th and short play here.
Well,
If I'm
quarterback
Ethan-
keeper
If
or
I'm Ethan Rash and I see them do that slide defensive line, I'm going right to where they slid away from. Like I'd go right over the left guard here if they slide.
oh, we do the pitch. Canton
Get
Wine
out of
got
bounds,
the
get
first
out of
down.
bounds.
Gets to 38. Stays in bounds though, so the clock will stop as they
Stop
move
for
the
first
sticks.
down, but he should have ran out of bounds there. Easy for me to say. He thought he was going to score a touchdown.
And they start the clock now with 1:05 remaining. Tigers hustle up to the line of
This is a lot of
scrimmage.
fun. It's drama.
Rash with the keeper.
Call a timeout
It's
here.
4
Yep,
yards.
good job.
Yep.
All right.
Clock does stop. I'm wondering, did they call? We must have called a timeout.
We did.
Okay.
Yeah. Coach was almost out to the numbers calling it.
Yeah, this has been a fun. This has been a fun ball game.
I'd like to be standing up, except my boot doesn't allow it. But I'm pretty sure this chair that I'm rocking back on isn't going to be as good as it was when I got here.
Right, the legs. Let's see. North Polk is up 35-7. Newton up 51-7. ADM 27-24. Appreciate the updates, Ben Heyer.
Sergeant Bluff blew out Lamar's 42-7. Did you say the Pella score? Pella's up 14-7.
Here we go. 2nd and 5, all the 32-yard
Xavier
line.
won 47-0.
Rash with the pitch to Canton Wine, the short side of the field. He's going to get the. Ooh, they're going to spot him. Looking at the far line judge, a yard short.
All right.
Gets
We
to
had
the
that blocked
28.
really well. I think I'd run that play again.
3rd and 1.
There's something about running in the short side of the field there that you know, if you're pitching it to Bijan Robinson, you're probably pitching it to the right because he can
The
outrun
speed.
everybody. But
Yep.
it doesn't always work like that in high school.
3rd and 1, and Rash with the quarterback sneak.
Get on the ground.
Get on the ground, yeah. Finally do stop it. 26-yard line.
40 seconds left. Gilbert still has one timeout. So they should get on and run a play. We got plenty of time here.
He's coming over to the sideline to get it. Clock is running now, 38
We
seconds.
need to be quicker at this.
Yep. One timeout. Rash under center, Canton Wine behind him. Rash drops back to pass.
Oh, he's
Has
wide open.
Eldred, and he catches it in the end zone for a touchdown. Wow. Wow.
Wow.
You've got to be kidding me. Eldred got behind the defender, streaking down the sideline, and Ethan Rash threw a dime right into his hands.
You know, again, Carmen, I got to give Ethan Rash a lot of credit there. He did not panic when he had an open receiver and made a composed throw. It's really fun to watch for a senior playing on a pretty
The biggest
critical
moments,
point
right?
in the game.
Yeah, most certainly.
Pretty big extra point here.
The snap is Kick is no good.
Ooh, that keeps it a 3-point deficit.
21 seconds left to go in the ball game. Gilbert takes a 27-24 advantage.
Well, now from a strategy standpoint, we know that Lewis Central, even if we decide to kick it out of bounds, which would be a great idea, but if they refuse the penalty and make us do it again, I would not do that. So I think you're going to see that same kind of pooch thing, and for lack of a better way to say it, pray that something happens, that whatever we do, I don't think that Gilbert wants to let it be kicked to number 22.
No, not at all. And, the Titans have no timeouts remaining. It's a big component with only 21 seconds left to go.
But it's not that easy to just pinpoint one guy out here and hit a pooch kick to every one of them.
For those at home who want to know how big of a play this is, Chris is actually standing right now, boot and all. Finally got him on his feet.
Appreciate that. I'm a little excited.
Special teams gets last-second instructions before coming onto the field.
We do have a special teams coach, but it seemed like every coach we had was helping with that particular kickoff meeting. Mike Cruz was in there, and it's fun to see him back on the sideline and feeling good. A lot of these guys put in a tremendous amount of time that
most certainly
everybody doesn't always get to see just from Friday night. But engaged high school football coaches, this is a labor of love.
Well, with the onside kick, huh?
I'm not sure that was in the plan. I think he wanted to squirt that past somebody, but they have it on our side of the 50 with 19.7 seconds.
No timeouts, though.
No timeouts. First down stops the clock. So the key here is obviously
they're 35 yards away from field goal range.
You know, we're willing to put up with an 8-yard run here, but they're more than likely going to pass. Which, for anybody that's watched film, people that have given Gilbert trouble more often, it's through the passing game than the running game. But Lewis Central's running game is so special that we'll be in a zone defense here. Linebackers will get some depth, probably to about first down yardage, and then we'll see how Lewis Central plays this.
Everybody in the stadium standing, anticipating this final play. They adjust the clock back to 22.3 seconds.
Chubb is going to be looking for Fippen or Doss, I would think, if Doss leaves the backfield, but I'm guessing it's going to number 2.
Fippen, on the far side of the field. He is looking for him. Gets to the 39-yard line, 38-yard line. Took 5 seconds off the play clock.
Gilbert didn't do anything for pressure there, and I would assume they're going to do the same play. If I'm Gilbert, I'm going to make somebody else beat me here.
Chubb drops back to pass, looks downfield. Knocked away by number 1, Aiden Rash.
Interesting decision for Lewis Central there. They were trying to obviously score a touchdown rather than get in place to make another field goal. So they probably have, what do you think, 2 more plays? You know,
yeah.
In the NFL, you'd say they probably had 3 more plays at least, but high school is not.
Second 10, ball at the 38-yard line, but more importantly, 12 seconds remaining in the ball game. Titans have no timeouts remaining. There's still some confusion here on the play call.
Oh, this is.
They're moving Fippen to the other side of the field with 7 seconds remaining.
Watch number 2. Oh, he wasn't set.
They're looking at Fippen, and the ball's hit. Easton Van. Yep, they're going to say incomplete
pass. They called it. His arm was moving forward.
Yep. Van Cleve hit the arm as he was going forward.
That would be really fun to watch on replay if we had it, but I think he probably made the right call there, but Easton did tip that.
Yeah. And you're right, they were going at number 2. That's where he was looking. They had him in one-on-one coverage on the left side of the field.
This is where the big NIL signed defensive ends need to make a sack. NIL for us is like Halloween candy.
Just not candy corn. 3rd and 10, ball at the 38-yard line, 7 seconds remaining. Chubb looks downfield. An incomplete pass.
3 seconds to go.
This is going to be the ball game right here. One play, No time, unless there's a pass interference, that they can kick a field goal. They've got to go to the end zone, which means their offensive line has to hold for at least 5 seconds, 6 seconds for their receivers to get downfield.
I think I'd send a linebacker again so he doesn't have enough time to wind up and throw it to the end zone.
Right.
We'll see what Gilbert decides to do.
15 seconds
if I was
left to go on the play
Cantwine, I'd
clock.
be getting some more depth here because they can't get a first down. It doesn't matter. Same for Rash.
Yeah, nothing behind you.
We did
Chubb
send a
drops
backer.
back. We did. He's got to throw it, though. He's got to
now
throw
he's
it.
in front of the line of
Oh,
scrimmage.
yeah, he is. It is knocked down anyway, and that is your ball game. Tigers defense with a big stand in the final moments. There is a flag down on the far side of the field, but you're right. I think he was past the line.
I think that's because it's an illegal forward pass beyond the line of scrimmage.
There it is. And that will conclude the game. Wow.
Well,
Chris,
Carmen,
that was fun.
Thanks for having me come up here. I'd like to. This is really fun. Gilbert played a good football game. They overcame some adversity, but hats off to Lewis Central. I mean, that's the best 500 football team you're going to see. I mean, there's a lot of talented kids. So congrats to them for having an excellent season. And, you know, Gilbert's got a big game against Newton next week.
They
right?
do, yeah. Newton certainly took care of business tonight. And, you know, there's going to be a lot of ice baths after this one we talked about earlier. There was a lot of thumping there on the field. You know, both teams, you know, after an exciting offensive laden first half, you know, both teams got 2 possessions that second half. And, you know, really 2 turnovers. Tigers stopped the Titans 1st and goal at the 5-yard line. They came away with no points. And the Tigers were driving and got down to the 20-yard line before a fumble that was recovered by the Titans. And it really came down to defensive pressure. And the Tigers certainly stood up on that last drive.
Towards the end of the game there, you know, obviously Lewis, if Gilbert was in the same position, both teams are out of their comfort zone when they got to try to cover 50 yards in 30 seconds. It's not what they do well. Now for Gilbert, next week will be a different type of challenge. Newton's a little more spread, won't be near as big as Lewis Central, but this is an impressive line of scrimmage on both sides for Lewis Central. So again, good season for you guys. And how about our Gilbert Tigers?
Yeah, no, exactly. We got one more week of, you know, last home game, you know, regardless of what happens this season. So hopefully a number of fans can make it up to, you know, Tiger Stadium to cheer on the senior class in this Tiger Ball Club. You know, what a night. The boys in black showed grit, heart, and determination, and moving forward to the quarterfinals. I'm out of town next week, so Stephen will have the call for you all. It's been a privilege to give you.
Hope you're going somewhere fun. Like
I am going to Nashville.
I feel really bad for you.
Yeah. Going to Nashville, but certainly we'll be watching on the live stream. Wanted to say a few heartfelt thank yous to Athletic Director Ian Smith for continuing to trust me in this role. Coaches Lutton and Hansen for your weekly insights with game prep. Pat Starr here with his mentorship over the last 5 years. Coach Stacy Sneezik on the sideline, keeping me up to date and keeping us up to date with live stats. You know, Ben Heyer with real-time Class 4A updates. And my amazing wife and kids for letting me to chase my passion and continue this week to week. And along with all of our partners here, Stephen Lawrence, Joel Franzen, and Chris Krenz. You know, what a crew. You make this job a joy. To the fans at home, I hope you're waving and excited to welcome one more week of Tiger football. So with that, we'll send you off here with the presentation for the trophy presentation for the Titans season, and we will see you next week.
That's one fine football team, Gilbert fans. Let's hear it for them as well. And once again, the Tigers will move on to play Newton next Friday night here at home. Congratulations to Lewis Central on a great season. Congratulations, Tiger, on your victory. Thank you all for coming out. That was a fantastic high school football game you just witnessed here. Keep kind. We had a guy, quarterback, Peter Bruce, in this game.